The making of meaning. What meaning means. Creating meaning involves bringing order to the contents of the mind by integrating one's actions into a unified flow experience. The three senses of the word meaning noted above make it clearer how this is accomplished. People who find their lives meaningful usually have a goal that is challenging enough to take up on their all of a or take up on their energies, a goal that can give significance to their lives. We may refer to this process as achieving purpose. To experience flow, one must set goals for one's actions. To win a game, to make friends with a person, to accomplish something in a certain way. The goal in itself is usually not important. What matters is that it focuses a person's attention and involves it in an achievable enjoyable activity. In a similar way, some people are able to bring the same sharp focus to their psychic energy throughout the entirety of their lives. The unrelated goals of the separate flow activities merge into an all-encompassing set of challenges that gives purpose to everything a person does. There are very different ways to establish this directionality. Napoleon devoted his life, and in the process gladly led to death hundreds of thousands of French soldiers to the single-minded pursuit of the power. Mother Teresa has invested all his energies to help the helpless because her life has been given purpose by an unconditional love based on the belief in God in a spiritual order beyond the reach of her senses. 2173. Purpose, resolution, and harmony unify life and give it meaning by transforming it into a seamless flow experience. Whoever achieves this state will never really lack anything else. A person whose consciousness is so ordered need not fear unexpected events or even death. Every living moment will make sense and most of it will be enjoyable. This certainly sounds desirable, so how does one attain it? 2223. Cultivating purpose. The four stages outlined above are the simplest of the models of describing the emergence of meaning along a gradient of complexity. Other models detail 6 or even 8 stages. The number of steps is irrelevant. What counts is that most theories recognize the importance of this dialectic tension, this alternation between differentiation on the one hand and integration on the other. From this point of view, individual life appears to consist of series of different games with different goals and challenges that change with time as a person matures. Complexity requires that we invest energy in developing whatever skills we were born in becoming autonomous, self-reliant, conscious of our uniqueness and of its limitations. At the same time, we must invest energy in recognizing, understanding, and finding ways to adapt to the forces beyond the boundaries of our own individuality. Of course, we don't have to undertake any of these plans, but if we don't, chances are sooner or later we will regret it. Forking result 2233. No goal can have much effect unless taken seriously. Each goal prescribes a set of consequences, and if one isn't prepared to reckon with them, the goal becomes meaningless. The mountaineer who decides to scale a difficult peak knows that he will be exhausted and endangered for most of the climb, but if he gives up too easily, his quest will be revealed as having little value. The same is true of all flow experiences. There is a mutual relationship between goals and the effort they require. Goals justify the effort they demand at the outset, but later it is the effort that justifies the goal. One gets married because the spouse seems worthy of sharing one's life with, but unless one then behaves as if this is true, the partnership will appear to lose value with them. 2241. All things considered, it cannot be said that humankind has lacked the courage to back its resolutions. Millions of parents in every age and in every culture have sacrificed themselves for their children and thereby made life more meaningful for themselves, probably as many have devoted all their energies to preserving their fields and their flocks. Millions more have surrendered everything for the sake of their religion, their country, or their art. For those who have done so consistently, despite pain and failure, life as a whole had a chance to become life like an extended episode of flow, a focused, concentrated, internally coherent, logically ordered set of experiences, which because of its inner order was felt to be meaningful and enjoyable. 2263. Activity and reflection should ideally complement and support each other. Action by itself is blind, reflection is important because before investing great amounts of energy in a goal, it pays to raise the fundamental questions. Is it something I really want to do? Is it something I enjoy doing? Am I likely to enjoy it in the foreseeable future? Is the price that I and others will have to pay worth it? Will I be able to live with myself if I accomplish it? These seemingly easy questions are almost impossible to answer for someone who has lost touch with his own experience. If a man has not bothered to find out what he wants, if his attention is so wrapped up in external goals that he fails to notice his own feelings, then he cannot plan action meaningfully. On the other hand, if the habit of reflection is well developed, a person need not go through a lot of self-searching to decide whether a course or action is entropic or not. He will know almost intuitively that this promotion will produce more stress than it is worth, or that this particular friendship, attractive as it is, would lead to unacceptable tensions in the context of marriage. It is relatively easy to bring order to the mind. For short stretches of time, any realistic goal can accomplish this. A good game, an emergency at work, a happy interlude at home will focus attention and produce the harmonious experience of flow. But it is much more difficult to stand the state of being through the entirety of life. For this, it is necessary to invest energy in goals that are so persuasive that they justify effort even when our resources are exhausted and when fate is merciless in refusing us a chance at having a comfortable life. If goals are well chosen and if we have the courage to abide by them despite opposition, we shall be so focused on the actions and events around us that we won't have the time to be unhappy, and then we shall directly feel a sense of order in the wrap and the woof of life that fits every thought and emotion into a harmonious whole. Okay, that's it.